that happens. Oh, look at that. It's recording to my computer. Wonderful. Okay. So just so you know, we're recording now. And I'll get this recording and I will post it in one person. Big difference. We're actually about a minute early, but we're going to go ahead and charge forward because I got a lot to go over. Let me close this door so I don't nag my husband having to listen to me. All right, so new faces here. Some I recognize, some I don't. Great to meet you, Chad and Stephanie. Great to meet you, Amy. Welcome, welcome. We're so excited to have you. My name's Leslie Powell. I'm directly enrolled under Shauna Michelle Poe. I'm a Pro 6. I've only been in LifeVantage for a year. And we hit Pro 6, oh, I don't know, like somewhere in the fall or something. I don't know. Anyways, we did it pretty quick. So I'm proof that can happen very quickly. And I know old Kevin POTUS over there, I see him on this side of my screen, is just churning and burning over there. And Shauna and Troy are churning and burning. So it can happen. So once you have, the one good tip that I'll give you just to start from the beginning is that once you get momentum, lay on that pedal and don't let off, okay? Because once that momentum dies down, it's hard to get it going again. Okay, I'm going to tell you that. That's the best tip. And I've been in network marketing. I'm a physician assistant by trade. I work in a nursing home, but I've been in network marketing since 2009. So I know this. Okay, I've been doing this for a hot minute. So listen, Linda, listen to me. Okay. All right, so let's get going. So I've met most of you guys. It does not matter how long you have been a part of LifeVantage or how long you participated in network marketing. What I want you to understand, and this is very important, you do not have to have a specific title or rank behind your name to bring value to this group, okay? We all have gifts and talents that we bring, and we want to try to pull those gifts and talents out of you. So you always have value here. You're always going to be able to contribute to the group. So when we have team calls on Monday nights, speak up. If you have something to say, we want to hear from you, okay? If you have something exciting happening in your business, we want to hear from you. It's super exciting for us. When you win, we all win, and it all energizes our batteries and makes us want to go harder, okay? So number one, make Monday night Zoom calls non-negotiable. This is the PO call is on at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, and on back. I'm not going to go through all the time zones, but put that on your calendar, make that non-negotiable. It tees you up for the week. It lets you know what's going to be happening. It lets you know what you need to plug into, what maybe you don't have time to based on your schedule. And I'm going to tell you this, I might get shot for this. There's a lot going on over here at LifeVantage, okay? But adjust accordingly, okay? You may not be able to attend everything that's going on, and that's okay, all right? Don't beat yourself up for not being able to attend everything that is available. Hi, Amy. Don't beat yourself up over that, okay? Because literally there's something going on every night, and we still live, right? We still have other things going on in our lives. So give yourself some grace. I want to put that out there first. Two important groups. Raise your hand if you already have participated in Vitality Living and know what that is. Everybody knows what Vitality Living is? Amy, Vitality Living is our customer testimonial page. There are 10,000 people in that group, and there are many wonderful things in that group. So I'm going to do a quick screen share, and I'm going to show you what that looks like, okay? Can everybody see my screen? All right, good. So I'm going to minimize this. So Vitality Living right here, this is our customer testimonial group. There's all kinds of information in here, but what you want to do is go to the search bar. It's right here on the computer, and you can type in autism. All right, when you type in autism, you're going to get every post that we have on autism in here. So if you have somebody who has a kid who has autism, you're going to want to kind of scroll through some of these posts and look and see what might, be appealing to them, and you can tag them in that post. So like this one right here, I might comment, I might say Kevin POTUS is my distributor that I just enrolled. For some reason, it's not letting me tag him, but I can tag his name in that, and he'll be able to go look at that post. So also understand really quick that I am an admin for that group. There's multiple peoples. If you have anybody in your upline that is a Pro 5 or higher, they're administrators for that group, so they'll need to approve somebody. So let's say you add somebody to that group and you want to make sure they're added immediately. You need to message somebody and say, hey, can you approve so-and-so for this group? I added them. I'm pretty good about that group. I try to check it daily, usually a couple times a day, and it tells me who added who. That's why it's important that I know who you are, because if I know who you are, I'll approve your post to get your people added in. So that's first off. Second off is the one person big difference group. That's the pose team page. Does everybody know what that is? Raise your hand, shake your head. Yes. Okay, cool. So the team page, you want to check in. There's a lot of good information there. If you have a win or something that's going on and you're excited about it, or you enroll somebody and they're just killing it at their business and you want to shout them out, feel comfortable to do that in there. We learn from each other. So that's where those kinds of things goes. The customer testimonial page, which is Vitality Living, is basically where you're going to direct your customers to find information. If you have a personal testimonial or you have a customer with a testimony, ask them to post that in Vitality Living. That helps build belief. Okay. The more information we have in there and the more we share with each other, the better it is for everybody in the group. Okay. Okay. Has everybody printed out the launch guide? The launch guide. Amy's got that. You guys are way ahead of the game here. You all got some really amazing distributors that you're enrolled under. They're doing all the right things and teaching you all the right behaviors. So the launch guide is something that you want to print out and you want to go through that. And basically the big thing that that launch guide is for is just so that you can figure out what your goals are and how fast you want to run, really. And it also helps you to get a list together of people that you basically want to reach out to first. Now, this is something I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to give you the Wi-Fi inside track of what he taught us, okay? What you want to do is reach out to the people. You want to make your list, and then you want to subdivide that list into groups of friends, groups of family, groups of, church members. I divide it up into groups. And then the next thing you want to do is go and reshuffle within that group and find out who are the most influential people that you know within that group, meaning that you want to reach out to the people who are already successful in business, or people who are go-getters or drivers or runners. You want to reach out to them first, because when they join you, and I'll give you for instance, let's say that Chad and Stephanie, Chad, let's say you signed up and you have a successful business and you sign up, and then I go over to Stephanie and I say, Stephanie, do you want to come take a look at what I've got? And she looks at it and she says, that's not for me. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then I move over to Corey, and then Corey's like the next successful person I see. And I go to Corey and I say, all right, I need you to take a look at this. And Corey says, let's go, let's do this. I'm like, great. We go back to Stephanie and we say, Stephanie, are you sure you want to pass up this opportunity? Because Chad said yes, Corey said yes, and we're all in the same family. And you know that they have successful businesses. They see it. Are you sure that you don't need to take a second look at this? Because I don't want you to be one of those people that turns around and says, oh gosh, I missed the boat, kind of thing, right? We want to come back to you because, Chad's in, Corey's in. So you can use those people that are influential in your family as leverage to help you go back and talk to people and say, hey, you may want to take a second look at this, because this is really something good, and this is big, and it's publicly traded on the NASDAQ, and we're an 11-year-old company, and we do millions of dollars a year, and it's legit. So you can always use that as leverage. It's a really good tip, especially when you organize. It's kind of what I call your chicken list. You start with your chicken list first, and you work your way down to the people that you are maybe easier to talk to. So you just kind of go ahead and get the hard stuff out of the way. So that's a little tip that I have there. Make it a habit to check into one person big difference daily. Okay, we already looked at Vitality Living, and I showed you guys how to search at the top of the page and tag people. You know how to do that. Has everybody looked at pubmed.gov? How hard is that? Does your mind hurt when you go over there and you Google stuff and you read it and you're like, what in the ever loving crap is going on over here? Like, how these medical,
grab me a pen real quick.
how do these medical, it's okay. How do these medical people even figure this out? Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm a medical people. And when I go in there and read that, I feel like I'm going to get a migraine some days. I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like I need to go back and get a dictionary out. So I feel you. If you're not medical, it's very, very difficult to decipher some of those studies. So use it. Don't invest too much time in that, because really the point of this business is to keep it really simple, right? Because this business is it's simple, but it's not easy. There's a difference, right? So keep that in mind. It's very simple, but it's not easy. So there's going to be days you're not motivated. There's going to be days that you're not going to feel like it. But you know what? You've got to separate your feelings from your drive, because we do things every day that we don't feel like doing that need to be done, right? Because you have to pay your bills, or you may work another job, or whatever that is. So try to separate the way you feel and just try to pick up some consistent habits that you want to form to keep your business moving forward. And that's where I led in very well with this. The next thing that comes up is DMO. Daily method of operation. Have you guys looked at that or printed that out or been directed to that? I see Chad shaking his head yes. So, and Amy, Amy's off screen. Amy, hopefully you've seen what the DMO is. Do you know where to go to find that, or where to catch it? Okay, I'm going to show you really quick, okay? Let me share my screen. And we're going to go over into let me go to one person big difference here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you go to this search bar right here, and you're going to click DMO right there, and it's going to come up. This is in actually one person big difference, and here they are right here. If you click this see more, you can download these and you can print them out. And basically all it is it just gives you what we call a daily method of operation, habits that you should be forming that's going to help your business moving forward, especially if you're working your business some through social media as well. So you want to do personal development. You want to make sure you post on your social media. You want to wish friends happy birthday. You want to start one new conversation in Messenger a day. You want to talk to people on social media. Have you made new friends on social media? Or maybe you made a new friend at the grocery store, but you want to track all that right there. And then you want to track whether you have contacted them. Did you send them a video? Did you, talk to them about it? And did you connect them to third party, which is the team? There's different versions of this. There's the walk, there's the run, and there's the fly pace. So you can decide how fast you want to go. Some are a little bit more in depth than others, but that's where you go to find that information. Is into one person big difference and print out your DMO tracker. From right now, from what I understand from the post, that's getting ready to be updated. That hasn't been put out yet, so we'll use the old until the new comes in. But once the new comes in, you'll be able to search it the exact same way that I just did in one person big difference. All right, so DMO. Who has downloaded the app and is using the app? Okay. Does everybody feel pretty comfortable with the app? Does it seem pretty easy to navigate and learn? Pretty much. It's not too bad, actually. Play with it, get familiar with it. The automated intelligence that is associated with it, Amy, she's, as you get further and further into your business, she's like a nagging housewife, okay? She's going to start messaging you every day and saying, you need to check on these people. Their credit card declined. You need to check on these people. You could maybe recoup some, orders here. You need to check on this. You need to do that. So those start to pile up too if you don't do them on a daily basis. So I would add that as part of your DMO. As Amy messages me and says, oh, you can do this. And there's like a little meter there. And I'm all about these like trackers. And it told me just the other day that I recuperated $151 worth of orders just through the actions that I took to reach out to people, remind them that their credit cards hadn't been declined, or just to reach out to them and see how they're doing with their products and say, hey, we've got a raspberry tea Axio now. Would you like to try that? Or, hey, I see you're on the NRF2. Would you like to upgrade and use a Vitality Stack or add Axio? You can always do that suggestive selling. Hey, we've got this. This will be a great add-on to what you're already using. I always use it as like the whole thing with women when you're in the department store. You're not going to wear that necklace if you don't add earrings that match it, right? So for me, it's always that suggestive selling. Hey, if you've gotten great results with NRF2, you should truly add on Axio to that because it's literally food for your brain. Or, hey, it's Gut Health Awareness Month, and our Gut Stack would be a great thing to upgrade to because we have a discounted, you save like $20 or something on that if you go ahead and upgrade to that rather than buying them separately. Always do suggestive selling and offer them something in addition to what they're already using. All right, so the app is pretty good. You can also go into the app and register for any events that we have. All you have to do is when you open your app, in the center of the screen, there's a little vector there that looks like the little octagon. If you click on that little octagon in the middle of the screen, it's going to give you all kinds of little tools there. It kind of tells you about what's going on with you can add a prospect there. You can look at the incentives. You can look at products, reports, the leaderboards, and events that are coming up are all underneath that little vector. So make sure you check into that often. And you definitely want to make attending events, especially virtually, because everything's available virtually now. Make attending events a non-negotiable thing, guys. Events are what will grow you. They will stretch you. If you can attend in person, I'm telling you right now, it is life-changing. It will change your business. You will feel more connected to the group and you'll feel more of a desire to go. I think I see Shauna shaking her head and I think she's like definitely feeling that. So it's, to me, for Bill and I, my husband, it is a non-negotiable thing. If we can attend an event, we are there. There's very little things that'll keep us away from events. So make that a non-negotiable, especially virtually, but nothing beats in person. Hugging necks and seeing people, it's the best ever. And we have a lot of fun and act really silly, which is great, right? Okay, so within the app is the ITT system. Invite, tool, team. Who's familiar with that? Who's heard of that? Okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you. It's really easy to invite people because they can say no, right? And if they say no, we're just going to say that's fine. It's all about timing. They're not saying no to me. But always share at least a tool. You can use whatever tool you like. You can use the ABC video, the abcyellowpill.com. You can use the Flip the Switch. Those are the two most common ones that I use. You may find something else that is more adequate to the person that you're talking to. But what I will tell you, this is where most people drop the ball, is that they don't follow through with the team part. We're really good at I and T, but we forget that last T, which is the team. Third party validation is what closes and seals the deal every single time. And it's really important to get connected. Remember, I said it's important to attend events. It's also important to get connected. If you go into the One Person Big Difference page, I know personally I have requested at least 2 or 3 different times, who's here and what do you do? So go look for those posts. I'll try to tag maybe Shauna. I can tag you in the most recent one, and you can tag Chad and Stephanie, and Kevin, you can tag Amy, because it's really important to know who's here and what we do. Because if you're talking to a certain person, you're going to want to connect them with someone who's probably like-minded, right? So I'm a physician assistant. I also have an extensive history with skincare. I work in the aesthetics realm. Shauna, I know, is really into fitness. She eats super duper clean. Kevin Potus is a pharmaceutical rep. I know Corey works in the insurance and adjustments and does that kind of thing. So there's all of us that have different gifts and talents, and connecting those people with like-minded people who understand where they're coming from is going to give a lot of validation. It's going to build a lot of belief. So it's really, really important every single time, whether it's a customer or somebody who's looking at the business, to connect them into third-party validation through a chat or a Zoom, or you can even do FaceTime through Facebook Messenger. I think you can have like 4 or 5 people on a Facebook Messenger call by like FaceTime. So that's an option too. Okay, which takes out the Android problem, right? Which is where I fall in. I'm the Android girl. Don't be hating on me, you Apple people. I know. People are really funny about their fruit. All right, so let's keep going here. Duplication is key. We just talked about third party. This truly is a team effort. You are never, ever in this alone. We can be working for you on your behalf when you don't have time. The thing is you just got to get them to us. Okay. It's really important to connect us to who you know. And that's what's going to make things go really, really fast for you. You don't have to know everything. You just have to be a professional connector, because that's what we do. We connect people and we build relationships and we sell product and enroll people over and over and over. All right, I got to get a drink. Boy, I'm going fast. All right. You have a few goals, and then we're going to wrap up, and I'm going to give you all like 5 minutes for questions in case you have questions. Goal number 1, hit Performance Club. Performance Club is enrolling 2 new distributors. So if you're a new distributor, it should be easy to enroll 2 new distributors because all your people are new, right? Easy peasy. And get 100 PV. But really and truly, you don't want just 100 PV a month. You want 200 PV because we want you to max out the compensation plan, right? We want you getting paid 40%. So technically, to get in Performance Club, it's 2 new customers and 100 PV. But I would make my bare minimum 2 and 2. 2 new customers and 200 PV. That way you max out the compensation plan. You make your 40% on those new people that you enroll in the first 30 days. And make sure after they've got their product, within a week, you follow up with them. If they're loving it, try to up their order. Do that suggestive selling, okay? That's where you're going to get a little extra money there in that first 30 days with your new people, okay? Number 2, company-wide. We are pushing to go to Croatia. I absolutely don't have time to get into the qualifications for that, but the distributor who enrolled you does. And those qualifications are also in your back office. You can look at those. As a new distributor, there is still plenty of time for you to go, okay? Plenty of time for you to go. So you can make it. And then number 3 is the 1% club. 1 new distributor, 1 second month order. So you've got to be enrolled at least for 2 months. And 1 event attendance in order to get into the 1% club. And I think that corporate is giving some kind of something for that. I need to figure out what that is. I think there is something. Shauna, do you know? Bill's got a badge on his back office in November because he hit that after convention, but I don't know what it means. I know they recognize you. I want to say I think they're giving you a monetary something, but it's something. And then finally, discuss your why with your enroller. Figure out why it is that you're doing this business and why you get up and do this every single day. It might be so just right now so that you can make a car payment. It might be for a vacation. It might be because you want to give your kids dance lessons. It might be because you want to retire early. I don't know what your why looks like, and no why is too big, but just know that that why is going to evolve and change as you go. Once you hit the mark and you pay for the soccer lessons, then the next time it might be Disney. And then once you go to Disney, you're like, all right, now it's France. And then once you get to France, it might be, okay, now it's a beach house. So it's always going to change and move, but just always have that at the forefront. And I encourage you as a family to write that down. Say it out loud, look at it, hang it somewhere where the whole family can see it, because then when you're working, you can say, okay, go back to the fridge. This is why we're doing what we're doing. This is why we're sacrificing Netflix and chill. This is why we're doing these types of things, because we just want to get X, Y, and Z faster so that we can have more time freedom and not have to worry. We can make money while we sleep, right? Which is amazing. It's like the best thing ever. All right. We have 8 minutes to take any questions. We cranked it out. Michelle, I did record this one, so I'll need to stop recording right before you get started, and I turn this over to you. What questions do you have? Anything. Nothing is off. Everything's on the table. Any questions you have? Anybody? Come on, give me. I've had a few Axio today.
How many Axio did you have today?
Oh, 3. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I have more than that, but always the Spice Plum mixed with Daily Wellness. If you've not tried that, which you can't get Spice Plum if you're a new distributor, but it's amazing. And then always a Lemonade Axio, which should be coming back soon. Get it. It's wonderful. And I drink that with Strawberry Splash and then something else in the afternoon, usually. Anybody else have any questions? I'm scanning. Maybe more. Disney. I'm looking back in the chat to see if I missed anything.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Hey, can you just I'm not sure if you do much with this, maybe Michelle can help too, but I think we've discovered one really good thing to keep track of and register for events is that blue calendar. Is that
Oh, the
right?
big blue calendar? Yes, absolutely. So the big blue calendar, I know it can be found in your back office. Is it on the app too, Michelle? I didn't think so.
I think it's in the app, yeah. But if you just go to bigbluecalendar.com, that's where it's at.
That's where it's at. So you can keep track of events. And actually, if you're in an area and you're hosting an event at your house, please put that in the big blue calendar, because if people are local, you can add to that. It's available to edit for everybody. You can totally add to it. And if there's someone in your area who wants to tag team you, another distributor, or let's say they need, they're out of town, but they want to plug somebody in, they may send a meeting. When I say this is a team effort, it truly is a team effort. I'm trying to mute.
So I was going there and I did a very good turn, but then I ran into a tree.
She ran into a tree. Okay. Let's see. I think we've got everybody muted. All right. Anybody else have any other questions? Anybody? All right. If you don't, Big Blue Calendar is in the app. I thought it was under events. So remember I told you could open up and go to the app and you hit the vector thing at the bottom. So it's under events. Let's see here. Distributor. Yep, it sure is. So at the top it says corporate and distributor. If you hit distributor, and there's the big blue calendar, and you can look at it. You can add stuff.
Yes, I'm so excited it's in there. I did not realize that either.
We learned something. We all learn from each other, right? I learned.
Thank you, Jen.
It's great. So yes, that's very good. So it looks like, let's see
Can
here.
we repeat that again?
So you touch the app, and in the middle, at the bottom middle, there's a vector, an octagon. Yep. You're going to touch that, and then you're going to touch events. And then at the top, it says corporate and distributor. You're going to touch distributor. And then it says big blue calendar event. You're going to tap that. And then right there, it says see your big blue calendar by clicking here. You click on here, and the calendar comes up. And it looks like I can tell you that if you live in Phoenix well, no, that's coming up. Let's see. Cincinnati has an event coming up on the 22nd. There's one in Gilbert, Arizona, Thursday. And Phoenix is smoking. They've got 3 events this coming Friday. So if you live in Phoenix, hot diggity dog, you can get her done. So that's, you can add stuff in there. So if you have anything going on, you can add it to the calendar so that people know you have events. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, I noticed in there, when you go in events, you get to see the Academy, because that's something we obviously really want to emphasize to new distributors.
Yes.
When you click on your LifeVantage Academy, then you see all the information right there. Because I had a couple of people saying, couldn't find the time. I found where it was at, but I couldn't find the time. But this one, you click on it, and all the information is right there.
Yes. And I noticed too that I want to mention this. Michelle will probably talk about this. Activate 2022, guys. That is June 17th, 2022. It's a 2-day event. It is in Leah, Utah. It is going to be bomb diggity. You want to they just opened up more new tickets. I think there's another 1,000 tickets they opened up. So if you can get to that event, I highly encourage it. I don't know all the details, but from what I have been told, it is going to be a state-of-the-art, highly integrative event. There's going to be new product released there. And Michelle and them still have tickets for $149.99, which is the entry rate. They had those on sale. Don't pay the $199. Reach out to Sean and Michelle or the distributor who enrolled you, and we'll get you over to Sean and Michelle, and we can get those tickets for you guys, okay? Don't miss that out. And then Global Convention, mark your calendar, is October 20th. You guys, last year I went. That was my first one. Freaking amazing. Amazing. Just life-changing. I just can't tell you how life-changing it is. Make events non-negotiable. You have to be there. I know. Hercules. That's what I feel like. All right. I'm going to quit recording and turn this over to you. Stop recording. Okay.
Amazing. And while you're doing that, everybody give Miss Leslie a round of applause.